Morning everyone, James from Karate and Kettlebells, just continuing on my little video logs of informative pieces for people starting any health and wellness program. Yesterday I spoke about macronutrients, that is protein, carbohydrates and fats. So today briefly what I want to look at is programming those macronutrients to fit into your nutrition plan so you can ensure you are losing weight/fat. All right, so we're going to take a 90 kilo male as an example. This male may not be based on myself. Let's say hypothetically this male is burning 2,500 calories a day. Okay, that is through whether it be sedentary activity, they walk the dog, they do a little bit of training, or perhaps their job is a little bit active where they're on their feet for a few hours a day, and that burns their calories. So this person's burning 2,500. So in order to lose weight, we're going to create a calorie deficit. So there are a number of ways of doing this. I suggest reducing your calorie demands by 300 to 500 calories and then waiting 2 weeks, seeing what works, what has not worked, and only then adjusting it. Don't get into the habit of you haven't lost anything the first week, so you change it, or you haven't lost anything for a couple of days, you change it. The biggest deciding factor in a weight loss program is your ability to adhere to it. That is, stick to it over a long period of time. There are lots of things that can throw it out, hormonal changes, stress levels, all sorts of things. So really pay attention to your consistency, because at the end of the day, that's what will get you through. So going back to this healthy male, let's call him, his energy expenditure is 2,500 calories. So what we're going to do is take 500 calories of that. So we're going to come up with a 2,000 calorie diet a day this guy can maintain. The first macronutrient I like to look at is protein. So it's recommended per kilogram of body weight, you want to consume between 1.2 grams and 1.7 grams per kilo of body weight, okay? So crack out your calculators if you want and follow me on this. The figure I'll come away with is 153 grams, okay? So this guy needs 153 grams of protein. For those people who've never sort of endeavoured on a weight loss journey, you can see protein probably is the most important macro to get a hold of. And you can see after a few weeks or even after a few meals, you'll possibly realise how little protein you've been consuming and how much of a big component it makes up of a fat loss journey. Ideally, you need protein with every meal. It really helps. And as I mentioned in the last video, it helps with you feeling full for longer, so you don't tend to snack and pick throughout the day, which is where a lot of people can come unhinged as well. 153 grams of protein this cat needs, okay? Remembering there's 4 calories per gram of protein, that comes to, there's 612 calories coming from the protein, okay? So in a 2,000 calorie diet, we've almost knocked that down to a bit under 1,400 calories already. The next one I go to is fat, okay? So what we're going to do, work the protein out, which we've done, work the fat out, then you just fill everything up with carbohydrates to begin with. So fat. We spoke about last video, fat comes to 1 gram equals 9 calories. Okay, so it's a lot more energy dense. The guidelines and recommendations for this sit anywhere between 25 and 35% of your daily calorie needs are to come from fats, okay? I've gone for 30% in this example. So we'll get 600 grams of fat out of that, and that is taking 30%, so 66 grams of fat. When you jump on your MyFitnessPal, when you look at your own daily consumption of food, you may or may not see you're eating way too much fat, or you're actually not eating enough. Good ways to bump this up is get a bit creative. Add some more perhaps olive oil to a salad, eat some more fatty fish in the terms of salmon, even a teaspoon or a tablespoon of whatever your favourite peanut butter is with some fresh fruit is an awesome little snack and a good way of increasing your fat intake. So we've worked out protein, we've worked out fats. The next one is carbohydrates, and as I said, just fill the carbohydrates to get up to that 2,000 calorie target for the diet. Remembering the carbs, they make up your breads, your pastas, your fruit, veggies, your rice. So filling the rest up, we're chasing 788 calories for carbohydrates. That is the remainder of the calories that's been left over. So you end up with 612 calories carbohydrates, 600 calories in fats, and the remaining 788 in carbohydrates. That comes to your 2,000 calorie total, your target. So for this exercise, the 90 kilo male who is burning 2,500 calories a day, he is in a 500 calorie deficit. So around the end of the week, so 7 days, he would be in a 3,500 calorie deficit. So that is, his body has had to find that 3,500 calories burning from his body. I'll break that down a little more in another video, but that can account for between a 300 to 500 gram of weight loss per week. Now, I say approximately because there's a lot of factors that can come into that. For females, it might be that time of the month, for example. Hey, for guys, it might be that time of the month. I know some grumpy guys. There could be very stressful periods in their life. The body simply can take time to adapt. You might find some weeks you have a consistent 3 to 5 weeks, and then other weeks, nothing, absolutely nothing is changing. But we'll talk about that later. Hopefully this is of some help. If it's confusing or you're staring at me with no idea what's going on, comment below, and if I need to post another video to break down specific topics, I will. Thanks.